What's up, my big ol' bites? I didn't know what to do to start this one off, so I figured I'd check the freezer and see what I can make out of it. So today I am all by myself. I don't even have somebody in the background, so bear with me if things get a little crazy. Okay. You also got to tell me if things seem a little bit loud. Or if, I don't know, if my screen's all messed up or something. That's how this thing goes. So, yeah. How's you guys' Wednesday going? Is it going great? Sure hope so. I sure hope so. So, before anybody asks, I just want you to know that, no, it's not a new headband. And, I went to see Twister over the weekend, and it was awesome. It was pretty good. It was definitely nothing like, it was a lot like the original, but I love the original, so, nostalgia and all that. Anyway, if you've never been to a thumbnail stream, then let me break it down for you. All right, so what we do is in the description, you're gonna find a couple links. One is for non-gaming channels, and one is for gaming channels, and you figure out which one you are and fill it out, and then it'll submit your details to me, and then I will select random numbers, and hopefully you will be picked. Also, sometimes if I have an idea that I kind of want to get across, I'll open up Photoshop, and then I'll just kind of do thumbnail stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it goes, and I've gone ahead. Hello. I've gone ahead and picked a couple examples for us to check out first, so why don't we just do that, shall we? The first one I really liked. It was, so I tried turning 10 pairs of jeans into one, which I thought was a really cool idea. And the way that they went about this, honestly, I think this is the way to go. This is a super cool thumbnail. I don't really know how I would improve this. I'm not such a big fan of how hazy the outlines are, but that's kind of like a personal taste. If they were a little more sharp, like the stroke around the arrow was sharp, and you got all these little shadows that just aren't necessary, I guess. If the pictures or if the cutouts were a little sharper and then you added just a drop shadow, I think that would be okay too. But it does highlight your items, so I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I didn't have much to say about that one. And by the way, I love the color on this. The green, the blue, the red, it really pops, I think. So yeah. All right. Man, people always say slow mode on this, and I think I can do that. Let me see here. I'll just pop this into slow mode. I guess, does it get crazy? Is that what happens? It's just there's a whole lot of chatting going on, or is it spamming? Just let me know. Yeah, I'll toss it into slow mode real quick. I believe I know how to do that. I think. Yep. Okay, I got it. Slow mode it is. I guess I'll just put it for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I don't know. I'll just do 15. There. Yeah. One time Dan told me to do that, and somebody else just started doing it, and I just never did it myself. So, yeah, sorry about that. Mods, I really appreciate you dealing with me. By the way, if you haven't been to these, I'm still pretty new. This is what, my 6th stream, I guess. So yeah, I'm still figuring out all the things to do. Anyway, here's my next one that I picked. How to tack down leather, fast, easy, no slippage. I guess that's what that said. So yeah, the title was How to Tack Down Leather, Fast, Easy, and No Slipping, plus a Professional Look. Now, just a heads up, there's a lot going on in this title, and I know that you're trying to get across a lot of information, but you're also trying to make it attractive, right? You wanna grab their attention. So I guess maybe you could simplify the title just a little bit. It's just a little too long. How to easily tack down leather. or how to tack down leather fast could really benefit you in this situation. Just because like the professional look, you can get that across in the thumbnail. That's what I'm thinking. So basically all I would do is I would probably get rid of all the text and I would show the details of what tacking down leather looks like, right? So let's quickly Google tack down leather real quick, just so I have an example. Okay, actually the very first one, it's exactly what I would think, is that it's a close-up of when somebody searches how to tack down leather, they want to see what they're already looking at. So it's like they see their hands and their leather and tacks, tape, I don't know, but they see the items in front of them, and then they see that immediately on a thumbnail, and I think that would make them connect and click. Yeah, that's kind of where I would go with this. The color does stand out, but it doesn't stand out as much as the topic of your video. So I hope that helps. I would just go with the actual process, just one image, kind of try to make it the best possible image you can. Maybe a cool angle. That one that I searched, that's a really cool angle right there. Let's see how that one did. And then I saw that you put some branding in there. You don't really need it. Not at this point. Yeah, that's great, right? That's really, really cool in my opinion. Just sticks out, and that was an outlier for them. So yeah, but it's good on you for finding like a really niche topic. That's great. Anyway, now we're gonna go ahead and start the whole random picking. All right. So basically, all I do is I go up here to this little money bag here that Dan made. I'll click get random number, and it's number 11, and I'll type that in, and we'll see who number 11 is. All right, so the first one, I'll be doing non-gaming, and then after this one, we'll do gaming, and we'll switch back and forth. But if you break the rules, I'll skip you. Maybe, we'll see. Anyway, number 11 is Barndo Family Shorts. Let's check it out. Bam, dam, down. Man, I just saw this. Mutual praise is not as constructive as mutual constructive criticism. Well said, Slavgard. That's why we love them. Okay, so just a heads up: when you submit, please submit a video, not a full channel, right? Because then I don't know what thumbnail you want me to look at. But this seems simple enough, so I'll go ahead and just check out the channel real quick. Oh, there's no actual videos with thumbnails for me to check out. All right, so apologies. I thought you might have regular videos, but you only have shorts. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you here. I don't know. You got picked though. Maybe go play a lottery ticket or something. But this, Tuesdays is probably what you're looking for. The Tuesday channel audits. All right, let's since I didn't do that one, let's do another non-gaming real quick, just to be fair. Number 70, ASMR Alial. Okay. ASMR Ramble, tingles guaranteed. Okay, I know a little bit about this niche. It's really interesting, but the ramble word is kind of tossing me here. And it could be like one of those popular words in this niche, so let's just go ahead and check that out real quick. ASMR ramble, and a good technique for you to do is exactly what I'm doing. Go and search what your competitors are doing, and see what's working for them, and then make it yours, right? Now, I know that ASMR is a really competitive space, especially when you have like really attractive people in the thumbnail, and sometimes it's difficult to compete with that. Not saying you're not attractive. I mean, all I can see is this, but it's really difficult to compete with models sometimes in this one when all that's in the thumbnail is a microphone and a face, right? So you really gotta figure out how you can stand out. This is just a tough niche. For me, that strategy that I just said, it's tough to apply that here. See, like this one is really interesting. There's like a lot of stuff. I mean, there's too much stuff, but yeah, man, this is really tough. I'm sorry. That's one where the strategy just doesn't work out so well. So I guess what you could do is just search ASMR in general, because I see a lot of ASMR ramble, right? And the fact is that it is a pretty 68. it's a high score. Like it's got like a low competition, but it's got some popularity. So yeah, it's good. It's a good topic, is what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm rambling now. So I would just kind of see what they do to stand out, and roll with that. It's really tough. If rambling is like a bunch of people talking or something, you could feature what's going on in the microphone. But yeah, it seems that like ASMR really needs like high quality pictures. Like just things that are like super interesting, right? Things that really make you want to click. Like this one is even interesting to me because he's got 2 microphones, and it's like, what is he doing there, right? So whatever you can do to like level up the curiosity in this picture, that's what I would do. It seems like you've got a handle on it. It's just like really making the viewer curious. I think that's the best I could do here. But I did notice that a lot of these don't have words in their thumbnails. So maybe if you're doing A/B testing, try one without the word ramble in the thumbnail. Anyway, that one's a really tough one. Apologies. That's about the best I can offer on that one. If I were in the space, I would be experimenting a lot, just to see like what I could do to make the niche mine. Okay. Oh yeah, and there was that one girl with like her nails on it, and it's like, oh, okay, so that's going to be interesting to hear. Like, what are you doing different, right? Maybe feature that. Okay, so let's do a random number. Number 21. Demonic Fox. And it looks like they did the confirmation 1, so we subscribed to them, I guess. I don't really know how to handle that. Besides just not subscribing. Alright, so how to become Gyarados under a minute. Pokemon Unite. Okay, yeah, that's a solid title. It gives all the info you need. Alright, so I love what you're doing here. Like, okay, the things that you're featuring on this thumbnail are exactly what you need to feature. I would just kind of highlight the amount of time just a little bit more. I think that's pretty important. Sorry, it's getting hot in here. I got this fan on me, but it's super annoying. So I'm just gonna turn it off. Okay. Yeah, sorry if that sound in the background is annoying. I can't do much about it. Let me know if it's too loud though. I'll just turn it off and sweat. Anyway, yeah, so I would focus on the number, like a timer, and maybe make it separate from the background, right? So you've got your background, which is probably like a common interface that you are used to seeing, in the game. And then you've got the 2 characters, and then I would separate the timer out of the background. I don't know if that's even like a minute timer up there. That might be a little confusing to the viewer because it says 9 minutes, right? And it's like, hey, I thought this was under a minute. So yeah, I would just kind of clear that up a little bit. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Let's move back to non-gaming, shall we? We shall. Great thumbnail, by the way. Deserves some claps. 128. EMDNT. Imdent. I think that's how you pronounce that. Okay, I mean, this is a pretty solid thumbnail as far as like clarity. 2024 everyday carry. I mean, this seems like it would, I don't know, this seems like it would do pretty well. And especially with the contrast, and like the colors are great. You've got very limited colors, but they really pop, the blue, black, and white. Let's see what else is like really popping in this. I'll just do the exact same thing. 2024 everyday carry. Let's see what we got here. That one was 4 days ago, and it blew up. So what's the deal? I mean, I guess there's more contrast in that one because there's no 2024 behind it. You know, this might be just one of those things where... Hold on. This one seems to be doing fine, though. 2 days, 500 views with that amount of subscribers. I mean, it's picking up. I guess what I would do is I would probably maybe try to achieve a little bit more contrast from the background. You have these gray items that mix in with a gray background and then the 2024. Maybe try one without the 2024, first of all. Maybe try one with a solid white background like the other dude did, just to see how it works. Try one with the word every day, just to see if that works better. You know, just these little experiments. But I gotta say, you are very close to what that dude did. Basically, all he did was he just had a plain white background right here, and then, oh, sorry, I guess I can't hover over it, can I? A plain white background with like a little bit of drop shadow under it, and a little bit of drop here. Let's just do this real quick. Thumbnail stuff, yeah. So yeah, just a tiny little bit of drop shadow could zoom in. There we go. I'm just gonna do like one little item just to kind of see how much more contrast we can achieve out of it just with one drop shadow. Select that phone, please. Thank you. All right. So let's add a drop shadow, and then I don't know, just like experiment, but that seems to like really pop a lot better to me. It doesn't even have to be that far away, but when I zoom out, it just seems like just that little bit makes it pop out so much more than the other items. So I don't know, I would try that. There's just so much difference there. I would probably make it darker now seeing from the outside. But yeah, so those are the things that I would try. You seem to be really, really close to what works in that niche, so congratulations! Okay, let's move on to gaming thumbnails. Number 77. Not number 20, number 77. Goodness. They sure do clap for a long time. Iceone. I don't know why that took me so long to select. I think somebody said, "Are you legit?" Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. Am I? Right. Find the markers design number 27. So this seems sort of like a series, which can sometimes be a little difficult for thumbnails. Okay, so this is gaming. Man, these are tough for me sometimes because sometimes I have no idea what I'm looking at. All right, so marker design ideas, number 27. Yep, this is one of those I got to go check out real quick. All right, so what is the... Okay, it's Roblox. All right, Roblox marker design. Just want to see what they're doing. Because, like, when I think Roblox, I think of the characters really popping out. And this is a totally different thing. Okay, so I guess what I would focus on is separating your markers. First of all, you can see they all have their own space. And the background, the background doesn't add enough contrast to it. So a lot of these work by just adding a simple solid background, like a solid color, and just showing different markers. So I would probably go that route. Just so, because if these are the designs you're showing, these markers themselves, you're covering it up with text first, and that's already in your title, so you probably don't need marker design ideas written on the thumbnail itself. If these are the only ones you offer, like if these are the only 3 designs that you're showing, then I would get rid of 2 of them or blur them out so you don't give away all your answers like immediately, right? You want to build a little bit of curiosity and then give the value through the video. Now, if you have like 10 ideas then you could show a couple and blur out the rest, you know, just kind of show in the thumbnail that there's something of value to be found here. So you better click. That's what I would do. I would definitely get rid of that text though, because it's like how I can't even see what you're trying to show me. All right. Roblox is tough for me. Non-gaming. Number 40. All right. Wait, hold on. Somebody said there's more. Okay, that's you. All right. Yeah, so if you just like want to focus on the 3 right in the middle and say you got 13 and then put like 5 kind of far in the background, make sure they're all separated and they have like their own room with like a solid background. Maybe you could do the drop shadow thing that I just showed the other guy. Yeah, that's what I would do, and just kind of blur them out a little bit, or you could do that mosaic sensor thing where they all look like just tiny pixelated blocks. Yeah, that would be really cool because you have more to show, right? So I don't know, show that. That's what I would do. All right, this is called backyard prospecting. Sorry. Why? Okay, there we go. All right, I got a couple things to say about this. Backyard prospecting. Okay, 619 views 2 weeks ago. All right, it looks Pioneer Pay Dirt 1 gram Pay Dirt review. I've never seen this product thing here, so that kind of threw me for a loop here. Okay, there's just a couple other products you're talking about. All right, so when it comes to the Pay Dirt review, I would probably focus on specifically that in the thumbnail. Consider if somebody is going to search for this Pay Dirt. Sorry, let me hide that comment. Consider if somebody's going to search for Pioneer Pay Dirt, and they're going to see 3 thumbnails, right? And you've got yours at the 3rd, right? And then you got another one that's kind of like colorful, and it almost doesn't fit, but then the Pay Dirt is like dead center, and they got a logo, and then the number 1 spot is the bag of Pioneer Pay Dirt with a pretty clean background, and it's exactly what the viewer is looking at in their hand or looking at the store, and they want to know what you got to say about it. So if I were to do this, I would focus solely on exactly what I'm reviewing, and I would get rid of everything else, because when you add so many elements to your thumbnail, I don't know what I should be looking at. So this backyard prospecting logo, it doesn't necessarily need to be there. The Pioneer Pay Dirt at the bottom doesn't Pay Dirt review. It shouldn't. You're saying Pay Dirt twice in the thumbnail, also in the title. It's just a lot of wasted space, I guess. So if you just got rid of all that stuff, even the bowl, and you focus, I don't know if the bowl's important. If the bowl's important, don't get rid of it. But if you just focus solely on the Pioneer Pay Dirt, if you took this picture and you just cropped it in right on Pioneer Pay Dirt, that's what I would focus on. Also, I say this to some people, this is a matter of taste. I don't know if it will work better if your face is in it or not. That's very channel dependent. I usually say if you're a small channel and nobody really knows or can recognize your face because there's no like familiarity bias there, like you haven't built a reputation, then sometimes the face just gets in the way. So take that with a grain of salt, whatever. But yeah, I would definitely focus just solely on the product. If we go and search Pioneer Pay Dirt review, I don't know how popular this is, so you might just pop up right at the top. But I would imagine you'd just be seeing the product itself. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, well, I guess it's not such a popular... Yeah, it's not such a popular topic because the top ones are just a couple thousand reviews. Okay, then this is your opportunity to stand out as the most professional looking person in this niche. I wouldn't search Pioneer Pay Dirt. I would search really solid product reviews. It could be any product, right? If you say I don't know, if you say man, iPhone review. Sorry, I don't have anything that's like just one product or popular in here. In iPhone review, how simple and focused on the product itself is. I would really focus on that, because like if these are the top ones, you are gonna stand out like crazy. If you just like, because even these are too they're too cluttered. I mean, that's just crazy. Like there's a lot going on in this guy's, and he's got the most views, and I just think that that's insane. I bet you could just blow up this niche, really. Anyway, I hope that helps. You've got a really solid chance of doing something crazy here. So yeah. And yeah, even if you just want to do what you're doing and then try another one, because we all have these A/B thumbnail tests or whatever, do what I said on one, do what you want on the other, and see what works for you. That's what I would do. Let's move on to gaming. Let me close some things. Let me close some tabs. All right, number 3. OfficialCactus. I almost clicked on that guy's video. All right, so Brawl Stars gameplay with Spike cactus emoji. 22 views 2 months ago. All right, let's see here. Brawl Stars gameplay with Spike. So I guess Spike is a character, right? This cactus guy here. And oh man, Brawl Stars is tough because when you're showing gameplay itself, it's like I have no idea what I'm looking at. But maybe people that play Brawl Stars don't feel that way. I know we've looked at a ton of Brawl Stars thumbnails, and they've been simplified, or they show something about the marketplace. A lot of them. So let's just check this out. Brawl Stars Cactus Man. Spike Cactus. I guess Spike. Spike would probably be, yeah. So if you're focused on the character itself and them being like overpowered, yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that it would be like really, really close up. Oh, sorry. A bunch of music just started playing for me. It was that Pater video it started playing. All right, so yeah, it seems that Spike is up close. Ooh, I really like this one. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I would kind of do a little bit of graphic design work with this one, and really just isolate the character. Man, I don't see a whole lot of gameplay get successful in this sort of thing. I guess we could check out Brawl Stars gameplay and see which ones really pop out. Even the top one doesn't show gameplay as the thumbnail. Okay, so this one, the number one that shows it, it's because it's not so cluttered. You can see what's going on here. I wish I could just hover over it and show you, but you can kind of see what's happening. Everything has its own separate spot on the screen. So yeah, I would definitely move away from gameplay and kind of isolate your character. You don't have to do what like tap gameplay does, but just bring them up close and give them their own space and only show the information that you need. So if this is like a level here and it just says cactus or whatever, if this is all important information, then you could have this only on the left side, and then on the right side, you could have the word overpowered with an arrow pointing at it, or overpowered ? With an arrow pointing at it. And it's like, okay, now I have to click to find out if he is overpowered. That's kind of where I would go with this. Okay, yeah, I hope that helps. Let's move on to non-gaming. Cool. All right, glad to hear it. Usually I see these comments pop up because I usually have somebody here with me, but this is just, this is nice. It's nice to check. It's just overwhelming where I have to go back. Spike's not the character, it's the ability. Okay, so is this ability overpowered? I don't know. My point still stands. Cool. All right, yeah, no problem, OfficialCactus. Hope that helps. Please come back and let us know how it went. Cool. All right. 177. 117. Wow. Okay. Wait, was that number 117? No, okay. So, number 10 soccer is this one. Oh my god. Okay. All right, solid. This guy, Redoys, how to make viral thumbnails. Watch, I guess. Just so you know, if you want your thumbnail reviewed, just to kind of break it down and see where you can improve, in the links below, there's a gaming channel and non-gaming channel forms that you can just fill out, and then it'll send them to me, and I'm selecting random ones, and you might get selected. So, yeah, I didn't want that to come off mean, but that's what the live stream is. You just, you kind of watch and learn. Okay, so soccer fails, skills, goals, number 1. All right. Soccer fails, skills, goals, number 1. I'm assuming it's a compilation. And, yeah, it's a solid thumbnail in the way that it gets my attention. The extra stuff, like the WTF, the face, it's almost like that makes me not want to click it. Because it just, I don't know, it gives me this impression that it's a little more amateurish. Or it's for a younger audience than myself. Now, I'm not saying that everybody feels that way. That's just what I get. I am curious, though, why is the WTF, why is that so high res and the rest of it is just blurred? Unless this was taken from something else, and then the WTF was added. So, I don't really know. We could theorize on that, but what I would do here is I would probably just leave the arrow, or I would take away all the graphics and just leave the picture, and maybe the ball, right, do something with the ball to make it seem like he hit the ball with the kid or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely a eye-catching thumbnail. It's just all the extra stuff kind of ruins it, in my opinion. Now, if you've got a compilation here, then you could throw a number on here and say this is number 4, right? Like, especially if you had like a top 10, this would work. But yeah, hopefully that helps. I see like a lot going on here. Yeah, it just looks like a compilation video. So yeah, I would just kind of simplify it and really highlight the part that catches my eye, and really, I guess just the title needs work on this one, and removing the graphics. But hopefully that helps. Yeah, the title, I just didn't understand it at first, but yeah, I mean, I would check it like soccer fail compilation, soccer win compilation, whatever you want to do. I hit that. Yeah, I hit the wrong one. All right, 107. 107 gaming channel. All right, so let's do this one here, and after this one we are going to do I usually have reminders for this, but we're gonna do questions. So if you want to do hashtag question, you know what, I don't have somebody paying attention to who does it. I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, let's do a couple questions, right? Throw your hashtag question and I'll just catch them as they go. Gorilla tag, but it's realistic. Okay. Cool. I'm like, question. All right, realistic gorilla tag. I probably wouldn't repeat the title in the thumbnail so much, but we can check this out. So, realistic gorilla tag, just to see what this is, because the thumbnail itself doesn't look quite realistic to me, but maybe I'm not so used to its low poly. Okay, all right. So, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I would probably really focus on how much more high poly he is than the normal. I really like this before and after here. So I would probably focus on that. If you simplify things a little bit, you don't need the words. You probably don't need the arrow. I really, really like this one. It just really sticks out to me. You know, you got a solid background, and then you've got your guy. If the background was blurry like what you did, I think that's interesting. But yeah, I would basically do what you did. This drop shadow is a little off, and it's on top of him instead of behind him, which is a little odd. But yeah, you could, if you made them bigger, that's what I would do. Okay, now let's do these questions. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll back up so I don't miss anybody. The first question, and I know I probably missed it, but no, I'm not eating rocks. I don't remember what that was for. I know that was like that was an inside joke about eating rocks with Dan and I, but yeah. So who's cooler, John Scott or Dan? Dan, no question. There is the rock. Are you still eating those rocks? Nuh-uh, I'm not. I don't remember eating rocks, but I probably did say something about it. Hashtag how to keep going. Not sure, but I really hope you figure that out. You definitely want to keep going though, because creating things is fun and it makes your soul happy. I didn't know how to answer that. I didn't know if it was a question for me. What thumbnail elements do you find yourself using time and time again? I swear if this is a joke about my arrows, then you got me. I don't really know. I'm curious about that myself. I'll just open this and kind of look at all of my thumbnails real quick. I do find that... Let me just make sure that I'm not showing anything that hasn't already gone out. Okay, yeah, I can show this. So I do find that I use a lot of like thicker... Man, that's pretty small. I'm sorry, guys. There's not much I can do about that. I find that I use a lot of bolder text. I use darker backgrounds, which I really like. A lot of this this grid and glowy stuff has been popping up lately. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I do understand its appeal. I guess it's not quite about the elements, but more about the limiting of them. This one I know didn't do super well, but I really like it because it's pretty easy to understand. The only thing I didn't like about it so much is that Charlie in the water has nothing to do with YouTube, really. So, yeah. But it's simplifying these, you know, just X's and text and... I don't know. Just simplifying the amount of elements seems to be more of a focus for me, and that's the hard part. Okay, question... do you have any idea why YouTube limits a lot of shorts to 10K views? I don't. I have no idea. I've had one that hit 10K and cut off right there. I just assume that, you know how some of your shorts go up to like 1,000 or 1,200 or whatever, and then it flatlines, and then it'll go up more, and then it'll hit about 4K, and then it'll flatline, which doesn't happen often for me. And then it keeps doing. I think that it just expands wider and wider to the audience that it thinks it serves, and then at some point when it realizes it's not serving many more people, it stops there. And I think that's like the 10,000 is a cap. You know, it's just another expansion. Like, that's the only way that I can make sense of that. How do you transition effectively to other games in a channel that just started recently with one main game for first videos? So this isn't quite about niche switching more than it's tough, right? But also I think depending on your size, it's pretty easy to do what you continue to do, like what you've been focused on, and then try a random one. So like there are three types of videos that you should make. Videos for yourself, video for your community, and then viral videos, you know, the ones that you really try to put out there. And honestly, just the ones that your community exists are the ones that you're making right now. You can really experiment with those, or if you see a trend happening, you can try that. In the videos for you, like, do what you want. And if another game is that, then do that. Make a third of your videos that until it catches on, and if you get tired of it, then don't. I just don't limit yourself to one thing because it works. You can kind of put it in those 3 categories, and that seemed to help me when I was struggling with niche switching, which I've done a lot on my own channel, and it's not been pretty, but it'll get better. Okay. It's tough because I don't have somebody like vetting these. Okay, is there any recommended standard for talking head video thumbnails? Talking head video no. I think that I don't think so. I think any type of thumbnail can work for a talking head. If you're talking about a certain subject, you can make the thumbnail about that subject. I just don't think that you have to put your head in it, because you don't. You don't have to put your face in it. If you're talking about something, it can be about that. You could, yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't make an action Mr. Beast style thumbnail if it's just a talking head, because that's clickbait. You know, you're trying to tell the audience, this is what happens in this video, and then they click and it's a talking head. So I would avoid that, but everything else is kind of free game, in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna go to newer ones here. Do you remember my thumbnail I made? It was the exposed one. Yep, I remember. Good question. Why do my subscribers numbers go up and down? I don't know how to answer that, because some people don't want to be subscribed and some people do. I don't know. See, that's a tough one, because really you only notice when you only have a certain amount of subscribers. And like my personal channel has like 3,000 or something built up from videos back in the day. And I noticed it's like 3,000 or 2,965, and then it'll jump to 2,968, then it'll jump down to 2,959. And it's just one of those things, like people come and go, and it's a constant platform of discovery, and I wouldn't take it personal, because it's not at all. Sometimes those people that subscribe aren't real, and YouTube corrects that. So it's just one of those things. Now, if you dropped like 10,000 subscribers in a day, that would be a question I probably couldn't answer. I mean, that sounds very robotic. Should I do the thumbnail test that YouTube offers now? I don't. That's tough. Okay, so I've tried it a couple times, and it seems that anytime I do the test, I get pretty equal results across the board. And at first I was confused, but then I realized that the thumbnail test only measures watch time. So when people click, they all watch, no matter what thumbnail they clicked out of the 3 that I tested, they all watched for about the same length of amount of time, and that's all it measures. So it's not telling you that any thumbnail is better, it's telling you that all the thumbnails represent the video accurately, or equally, right? So I guess if you're really unsure, use it, because often I am. You know, I'm still learning too. I've kind of limited myself to doing 50-50, just because I'm usually caught between 2 and not 3. That's for my personal channel. So when I do thumbnails for vidIQ, I usually pop out about 3 different ones, and they're just small variations. But I think it's valuable to learn what works for specific videos. What I would do is I would make 3 very different thumbnails with completely different backgrounds or compositions, or like even like one's pink, one's blue, one's black, right? And then when one really sticks out, then do one more test, and you can like narrow it down to the small details. And this is something that Ryan Trahan does. He'll try 3 different ones, and then like 2 of them are his face on either side, and then like he's got text there. And then once he figures out which one works, then he'll alter the text 3 different times. So it'll just say something differently each time. And that's what I've noticed works for a lot of people. So if you decide to do it, that's what I would do. Let me answer 2 or 3 more. Is it worth it to do thumbnails for shorts? No, I don't think so. Because most of the time that people are watching shorts, they never get the opportunity to see it anyway, because they're just scrolling through, and it definitely doesn't show the thumbnail in that in that situation. You can do thumbnails for shorts, like when you upload, you can select it. Rob came out with this like little thumbnail hack that if you just use the very first frame of your short and just put your picture there, whatever you want the thumbnail to be, you can actually just select that one when you select through the video, because that's how you make a thumbnail on shorts. You have to select a frame of your video. So you can do that, but the only reason that you would do that is for your channel to be aesthetically pleasing and look better, I guess. If you got the time and the resources, sure, if you want to, but I don't think it changes much. All right. Okay, I'm scrolling down to like the brand new ones real quick. I'm trying to avoid the ones that aren't about thumbnails. Nope, a lot of these are just about... yeah, a lot of these are just about YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and... oh, this one's actually interesting, so I do want to answer that. Is it normal to have less views during summer than in the winter? So I'm learning. Yeah, it is. Honestly, I'm not going to say that for every year. I've noticed that because I only started doing YouTube a little under 3 years ago. But what I've noticed is during the summer, people are a lot busier and not on their phones, and they're doing other stuff. And yeah, even this stream, like a couple of the beginning ones were higher numbers, and then they dropped about 100 or 200 viewers, like active viewers during the stream. And the same thing happened with the other streams, and for a couple other channels I've noticed too, it's happened. And it's just one of those weird things. I can't explain it, but I have noticed that there is a little bit of a correlation. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it does. Yeah, people might touch grass. Maybe that's it. Oh, man. Question. Okay, I'll do this one last. Is a thumbnail with less stuff better? In my opinion, yes, as long as it conveys the information you need to. So, real quick, I usually say this every stream, but the 3 points to a thumbnail are to catch the eye, convey the idea, and create curiosity. And if you can do those in the least amount of... if you can convey the idea in the least amount of elements on your thumbnail possible, the easier it is for the viewer to understand immediately. And the quicker they understand, the quicker they might click. That's my reasoning for it. Sweet. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Actually, this is gonna be a little tough. Yeah, so let's do something called the... Dang it! One more time. So, the 2-second test is I basically choose the same channels, but instead of looking at their video as a whole, I bring up their thumbnail and you guess what the video is about. And if we can tell what the video is through the thumbnail, then it's probably a pretty good thumbnail. And if we can't, then we'll kind of break it down and see what they could do to improve. Okay, so a lot of times I'll do this and I'll accidentally leave it up, and and you guys will be like, hey, I know exactly what that thumbnail is about. So yeah, here we go. This is the thumbnail. All right, you guys ready? Okay, let's see those guesses. Let's see them. All right, we got baseball, football, Redsy. I see football. I see first time catching alive. Welcome. Soccer, sports injuries. I see that. Helmet reviews. Baseball, Minecraft or Roblox. Maybe. I think everybody kind of picked up on this one. It was pretty easy. And this just kind of goes to show my point that, there's not a whole lot of elements in this thumbnail. But it's pretty clear. If you have just a little bit longer than 2 seconds, you can see some cleats, which is for soccer. I don't know. I don't play baseball, but it looks like a baseball helmet and then cleats. And they might be for baseball, but I know that cleats are used for soccer. So let's check this out. Disrespectful Major League Baseball moments. Shortened to MLB, by the way, for those that don't know what MLB stands for. Major League Baseball. Okay, baseball cleats. All right. I've never actually played baseball in a professional sense or as a team sense, so I didn't know that they were cleats as well. Okay, so this one is solid. I would change absolutely nothing about this because, like, points across, right? It caught my eye, and now I'm curious, like, what's going on there? Like, this thumbnail is the prime example of everything you want to do. I love it. This one is the star of the day. We have to give them a hand here. Great thumbnail. Great. That one's solid. Okay. Yeah. So let me bring up the next one. This one will be a gaming thumbnail. Number 126. Bow, bow. I have so many things open. Okay. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Let's see those guesses. Let's see them. Watching a John Scott live video is like watching a John Scott vidIQ video. Okay, we got Hatchet Toss. We got Minecraft. We got Minecraft. We got Minecraft. We got Minecraft. We got Hi. We've got Game Hacks. We've got Same Game. We've got Minecraft. We've got Minecraft Hatchet Tutorial. And we've got I have no idea. Good guess. Okay, I would say that this is Minecraft related because it looks like that looks Minecrafty, right? 360 hatchets. I would say, let's see here. Huntress gets 4Ks only. Hold up. Okay, so all right. I don't know what this is about. Okay, somebody let me know what Huntress is, because it sounds like Diablo to me, but it can't be. Oh, is this that Dead by Daylight game? Is that what this is? It's Dead by Daylight. Okay, so I hope this kind of showed you that with the 2 seconds that somebody might give you when they're like scrolling down YouTube, they're gonna see this hatchet and think Minecraft. That one's a really difficult one to yeah. If you can't tell, then the title thumbnail didn't do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so I guess what I would do is, well, first of all, it's okay. It's just, is it just gameplay? I saw some naughty snipes and 360s, so I thought it was like a gameplay compilation. Compilation. So let's do Huntress Dead by Daylight and see what pops up. But the thing is, like, that doesn't really help much, because what you want is you want to show like what your epic moment is in this, right? You want to give the viewer a reason to click yours and not somebody else's. So what happens in your video that is so special that makes it better than everybody else's? That's what you want to showcase here. The 360 hatchets, I kind of get what you're going for, but it's just very difficult to understand. So I would, like, there's one shot here that, okay, can you see what I'm seeing right down here, where it's like the dude is really close and it looks like there's a hatchet in his head? Like, that's the kind of thing. I know it's really far down there, but I don't know, maybe I can do this. That helped nothing at all, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I would kind of focus on more. Since it's a lot of gameplay, maybe you don't necessarily need your face in there, but show like the badass moment, right? Just show what you're made of. That's what I would focus on. Anyway, let's move over to non-gaming. I've got to close a lot of things. There's so many tabs open. Okay. Y'all ready? Let's hear those answers. Thought I'd be in the other camera. Let's get some answers here. Hunting, homemade weapons. Fishing knives. Fishing, knife. Cooking in the woods. Hunting fish. Using bananas as fishing bait. Cooking by the river. Fishing. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of fish. In real life, Fruit Ninja. That one's... That one. Okay, so I don't know either. This kind of looks like a gourd or something, right? Or is it... It might be like a weight of some sort. Yeah, so it looks like they're kind of making their own bait. Or man, I'm really tough with this. But they're kind of making their own lore here. Catch and cook video. It very, very well could be. The work done here looks great. And this might be one of those, like, it really comes down to the packaging itself. And it's a great picture. So let's check out the title real quick. Wild brook trout and garden vegetables catch and cook. Okay. Oh, okay. Here was my problem. I thought that this was attached to the line, which nobody scrolling through and giving it 10 seconds would even, like, they wouldn't even look that close. I can see now the line is actually attached to the reel in the back. But yeah, okay, I get it now. You know what? Maybe it was just the fishing pole being in that specific, like, location, that angle. It made me think that it was a part of the lore or something. So I don't know. Maybe that's a little confusing to some, or maybe I'm just stupid, which it could very well be the latter. But fact is, great image, and I would be excited to see more very similar to this. You know, one maybe without the fishing pole, or one where it's like further in the back. And yeah, I mean, this is great, really. I'm a little curious what other catch and cook videos look like. I almost keep saying Captain Cook, like from Breaking Bad. Okay, a lot of them are... Okay, this one's obvious because it's got like spices there. There's the Slap Ya Mama spice and a pan. Okay, so these are a little more obvious about the catch and cook situation. Sorry, I thought that music was super loud. So they're a little more obvious what with the catch and cook. There's like more cooking items, and in yours, all I see is like this vegetable is a little. I was unsure what it was at first, and the knife isn't very cooky, I guess. That's the best way I can do it. It's not like a cooking knife in my head, but I hope that helps a little bit. I mean, dude, it's an awesome picture. I think if you just make it a little more obvious that you're about to cook the thing. Ooh, that's really, really cool too. The first person. If you're feeling ambitious, I would try something like that too. That is a very, very cool thumbnail. But yeah, just showing a little more like a pan and stuff. That really seemed to help the other guy. Man, I love this thumbnail. This is very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to gaming. 108. Oh, okay. You guys ready? Oops. Well, we got people. What do you what do you think it's about? Oh yeah, that was good. Fishing pole in one hand, pan in the other. I could see that working, especially in that POV style. Very cool. All right, we got some football, soccer. Okay, football. I think I just clicked on the same person. NFL season as a player. Easy Money NCAA, 2K, FIFA, rugby, blah, food shopping. Okay, yeah, I'm getting this this football vibe from it. I think. What do you guys think? College Football 25 Dynasty. Okay. So, before we go to the video, I'm not exactly sure what we're showing, but maybe the title will clear it up just a little bit. Sometimes that song gets super loud. Okay, senior wide receiver dominates in critical TCU matchup NCAA 25 Dynasty. Okay. All right, if this is, man. All right, this one's tough for me because there's a lot of, sorry, left that up. There's like a lot said in that title, and I'm not sure what the focus should be on. I don't know. Let's check this out real quick just to see what kind of thumbnails there are. Okay, so you do seem to be doing what others are doing, and you're focusing on the character. The player. Again, I think of characters when I think games. Okay, so you do seem to be focusing on the player itself. There is a mascot logo thing, and then, of course, the College Football 25. You're not using the exact same logo that they are, though. Maybe the EA Sports might help. It might not. Here's one, a Dynasty Deep Dive. Yeah, this one's a little tough. I would say probably the title is where it's catching you up just a little bit. A chance at our first winning streak, college football. This could just be because the dude has 240K subscribers. But, man, this one seems to stick out to me a little more with the full, like, it's obvious that it's a game kind of vibe. See, this, I didn't know it was a game at first, and it had me a little lost because I wasn't sure what happened. I don't really follow sports, so I thought it was something real that happened. But this one, clearly, it sticks out to me. So yeah, this also could be topic, right? So maybe what you made just isn't that interesting to some people, and all you got to do is just keep making them, and one's gonna hit. So that's probably what I would do. I would just keep making them. But yeah, see, that one's pretty solid too. I really like those that show more of like the game. That one's solid. I like that too. I really like the view of the full game. So it's obvious that, okay, here's gameplay. Yeah, I would, man, sorry. I would try to take that just a little more gamey. That's where I would, that's where I would head with this one. It's really tough, but yeah, just keep making them because you seem to be doing exactly what that niche is doing. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Games have to look like games. So, okay, yeah, somebody made that a lot more articulate than I did. Games should look like games. Okay, so we are in the non-gaming now. Number 52. Okay, this one's gonna be tough because it's in a different language. Okay, okay, man, I don't know how to show this one. Okay, I'm just gonna show it because it doesn't really apply to the game, especially for those that just speak English. It's in German, right? I believe, and it's about adding video chapters to your YouTube video. And honestly, what you've got here, I really like. I think that it's pretty solid. Maybe what you're showing isn't exactly giving chapter vibes. I know that down here it's really, really small, and like you are showing the chapter area, but if you could zoom way in on that and show exactly how it's broken up, then I would. Yeah, it's just a little tough. Let's check that out real quick. Adding chapters to YouTube. Maybe we'll see a vidIQ video. See what works. Okay, so exactly. See, these are a little more zoomed in, so it's in their they're more separated too. You can like really see that they're their own section. The colors that you chose, like when I zoom out, I don't necessarily notice that these are sectioned, right? It's just a little difficult to understand. So yeah, I would probably do that. I mean, you can see in this one too that the sections are really split apart. And then the other option, that's the other option, is to actually show the time codes like Think Media did. Yours looks kind of similar to this one, but that one, 6,000 views. Yeah, I mean, it would perform, but it does also, like, you can see their times in there. I think that that's way too many elements for a thumbnail, but you can actually see that there are separate times in it, so it comes across a little more clear. I would focus on those things, even that one is separated really well. So I would focus on making it just a little more clear. Okay, so let's get back to the game. Sorry, I didn't want that to be confusing, and we'd just be sitting here like, okay. Who speaks German? 147. All right, this is non-gaming, by the way, just because we had to do that. All right, so come on. Here we go. Oh, let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. What do we got? Let's get some guesses up in this piece. Books! Horror reviews. Reacts. Book review. Book review. We got movie reviews. Okay. Books! Alright, I think we're all pretty solid on this one. Yeah, we got books. There are books involved, I would say. But I could be wrong. So I mean, this definitely comes across as like this is a book review type situation. So my top 15 horror books of 2023. Now that's something I didn't expect this to be. And it's because this is one of those times where the thumbnail might have a number in it, and it might be pertinent to the clarity of what's going on in the video. So if you had, man, there's so many ways to do this, but you could show number 6 and like show the book and then have the others like blurred out. You could do top 15 in the in the thumbnail itself. Let's go ahead and check out top 15 books just to see what other people do. But I'm getting book review from yours. I'm not getting top 15. 15 incredible books to read in 2024. Man, see, that's weird. But Ali Abdaal is so big, so that like sometimes I'm like, does it really help? Okay, this guy 36,000. It says top 15 in his. I see top 15 there. Best books I've read. I guess that kind of comes across. That's a crazy busy thumbnail though. Top 15. That guy. That's the same guy. Top 15 or 15 Elon Musk's books. Yeah, I would probably just try to make it a little more clear. See, this one is solid, where it like shows all the books around them. I love that. You don't necessarily have to have top 15, but I don't know what it is about yours, besides the fact that there's not 15 shown, that makes me think these are just book reviews. I don't know. I would probably study just a little bit more to see what everybody else is doing. But what I really love are both the Ali Abdaal ones where you've got the books around him. Come on. You got the books around him. You could number them or number some of them if you'd like. I always love when he does that. And then the real image of him with all the books. I think that's really powerful. You know, something actual and tangible. That's really cool. Just before we move on, what this guy's doing, it does work, but I bet like all of this color and the way that he does his letters, if you made it look a little more professional and a little more elegant, I bet you'd do better. I really think that if if this image had you in it and you had your books exactly like they are or whatever, and it said top 15 of 2024, but the font didn't have this outline around it. It was just a regular white font with a drop shadow, maybe a little bit of a black outline, and it's just like I don't know, Helvetica or whatever. I bet it would do really, really well. And if you're only into horror books, then you could probably mess with the font a little bit, since that might not be scary enough. But yeah, it seems like his editing is really what catches people, because that just looks messy to me. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to gaming. Gaming. Okay. Okay. All right. This is solid. All right, guys, ready? Here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's get some guesses. That was so cool. I freaking love it. Oh, man. Okay, I'm getting Wolverine. Getting Minecraft. Wolverine and Elden Ring. Skibbity Toilet. Madman? Elden Ring Wolverine build. ER mods. Batman. X-Men, Elden Ring. Okay, so everybody kind of picked up. It's Wolverine and Elden Ring, for sure. I don't really know what's going on here, but it definitely seems like a mashup to me. There's, you know, it's Wolverine and there's the Elden Ring title. So let's check this out here. The absolute best weapon to use in Elden Ring. Title not expected. To me, anyway. Unless you have somehow put Wolverine in here, or there are claws on... And there are claws on your character. Okay, so... I guess I get it. I mean, that has to be doing well. Okay, it's an outlier for you. So, yeah, 1.4K views. It makes me wonder, though... Man... See, if I'm an Elden Ring player and then I see this title, the absolute best weapon to use, and you show me the weapon in the thumbnail, I'm not gonna watch, because well, I might. If there's a reason for it, I guess. I'm not in the niche though. But sometimes if you give away the answer, some people don't click. But sometimes, yeah, people click because they want to know why, and that is another little curiosity gap that you're opening. So let's just check out best weapon in Elden Ring, and I want to see how they go about this. Okay, they actually show the little cards there. Builds. Man, what is with this niche? There are so many words. Why? Oh, that's great. Best weapons. That one's gorgeous. Man, there's so much going on. Elden Ring, get these overpowered weapons early. Okay, that's pretty clear. You know, I think maybe what you might want to try to do, it seems like they're just saying, hey, this is the weapon, it's good. Now you got to click to find out why. And that works, right? So I guess what I would try to do with yours is also offering a version of it where it's actually showing your character with the claws instead, just to see if it performs better than Wolverine. But your graphic design here is awesome. I love it. Personally, I might shorten up the drop shadow just a little bit, but that's just being picky. I think this is really, really good. Yeah, so it really comes down to topic and just being clear about the package. All right, let's go to non-gaming. The little pink thing in the bottom corner was her character, or her, I don't know what you call that. Like, it's... I said her. I don't know if it's a her or he. What? But yeah, yeah, I thought I saw like super long hair and a pink hair or whatever, but it's just like a little character here, and it's their profile picture. So, we're going non-gaming? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, branding. Branding. A little mini avatar. Avatar, yes. That's... Those are the words. Those are words that I say sometimes. Those are correct words. Okay, we're picking number 78. So, number 78. Better be watching. Okay. What? Oh. I didn't know. I didn't know what that was. Somebody tell me this is normal. Or that it's common. Potato dog. Okay. We're getting it. Hash brown dog. Food. Food channel. Air fryer recipes. Potato with chicken cooking video. Hot dog taters. Oh man, some of these I almost accidentally click on. Okay. I think we got the idea. Okay, so yeah, it's like it's like a hot dog wrapped in potatoes, I guess. I would definitely try it. I just didn't know what it was at first. Like these freaking comments. Okay, I didn't know what it was at first, but once I finally understood it, I'm like, oh, okay. So there might be a better way to clarify what it is that we're looking at. It could come down to the picture, or it could be the potatoes plus hot dogs equal this thing. And I just didn't know. I didn't notice the potatoes and hot dogs at first because the font was so different and it was difficult to read. And I was trying to figure that out first, and then I looked down and I'm like, what is this? So that said, I would definitely try a different font if you're hell-bent on putting words in your thumbnail. I wouldn't, though. In fact, I would just focus on the 3 items: potatoes, hot dogs, potato dog. Right? So that's what I would do. I would just focus, put those 3, make it a math equation. 1 + 1 equals potato dog. I can't find potato dogs in shops anymore, so I made my own. I didn't know that they were ever in. Anyway, yeah, nothing against it. I was just surprised. I would definitely try that, but yeah, I would keep it down to the 3 elements. I bet that would come across a little bit better. And just that said, if you are using that font in other thumbnails, you might want to consider changing it to something a little simpler or easier to read. It's just it's cool, but it's just like not, I understand it in 2 seconds cool. All right, let's move on to gaming. 119. Okay. All right. That was a surprise. All right, you guys ready? What do we got? Sometimes you can... Man, sometimes if I'm still like lost trying to figure it out and then I see everybody guessing it, I'm like, man, I'm so out of the loop. All right, fork knife Bulma, DBZ, faceless channel giveaway. I spaced out. Sorry. Beat Saber, Super Smash Brothers. He uses Photoshop. I guess that's about me. BD game. Strawberry shortcake. All right, so whoever's video this is Lions Warrior. This is confusing everybody. so let's try to clear it up just a little bit. So 10 RP giveaway. There's a live at the top, which I guess this was a live stream at some point, maybe. Or like a re-up, I don't know. Yeah, it was a live stream, streamed 3 hours ago. So bot players rank push, and then there's Bulma there. At least I think that's Bulma. Bot players rank push. Okay, so is this a game and then we just, like, it's not that popular? So is that what's going on here? It is Bulma. Okay. D's. Okay, so Dragon Ball Z fashion. Okay, is that what's going on here? Let's I gotta Google this. And I Google it and I see your video. That doesn't help anything. Oh man, bot players rank push. I mean, this has got to be a game of some sort, right? Lions Warrior. Okay, that's the name of it. BGMI custom room. Okay, is BGMI something? It's Indian PUBG version. Oh man, I'm sorry. This is one that's catching up everybody. All right, so that said, nobody's able to give me an answer on what this is about. It might be catching everybody else up too on what, like, people don't want to. Okay, BGMI is Indian PUBG version, like it's an Indian PUBG. Okay, all right, so maybe it's just not as popular, and that's okay. But yeah, I had no idea what that is. BGMI. So if that's the game, maybe like feature that on your thumbnail. Sorry, this one was so tough because it's just like I didn't know what it was. But let's go down to like aesthetic real quick. Okay, making a push to increase his rank. All right, thank you guys. But he's playing with a bot. All right, cool. All right, thank you. This one was tough. So aesthetically, I would probably clear up the background a little bit. It's kind of crazy when you have your name in there, and I think it could be because it's like not contrasting well with a font that's really difficult to read in 2 seconds. This rank here isn't filled in, so like it's so much to comprehend all at once that when 2 seconds is up, if I see that thumbnail, I'm just scrolling right by. This, I can't understand it in 2 seconds. I'm not interested. So I hope that helps a little bit, kind of just focusing on conveying the idea just a little bit better. I mean, it's eye-catching for sure. So yeah, maybe just focus on the clarity of what you're doing. I hope that helps. That's really tough. That one was just so... I haven't been caught up like that. And it seemed like a lot of other people were too. Okay, so 81. This one is non-gaming. Okay. All right, guys, ready? What is this video about? You tell me. You tell me. Hi. 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 Okay. AI stuff. I'm getting that. AI criticism. Something about human consciousness. Puzzle solving. Science, B. Hi. Brain stuff. AI in brains. Something about brains? Missing link to Skynet. If only I had a brain. Neuralink. Okay. I'm kind of getting the same thing. This does sort of, you know, there's like what's missing from AI is kind of what I'm getting. The missing link thing. I guess, yeah, I guess that's what that kind of means to me. I was thinking about the original missing link caveman situation. So The secret future of human-like AI revealed. That's what the title is. Now, I just gotta say that title is solid, that it almost belongs on the thumbnail somehow. Like, human-like AI revealed on a thumbnail is like, what? Like, that really catches me more than the missing link. Yeah, I would do that. Something that doesn't quite help a lot of people is putting a face on that they don't necessarily recognize yet. And that's just because, you know, a majority of people that are on YouTube aren't familiar with your face. So I say that to a lot of people. Take that with a grain of salt. If you really want to be in there, so be it. I always say that if you're going to be in it, make sure it's about you somehow. I feel like that's kind of like where I'm with it. And you can argue that gameplay videos are sort of like that, right? It is about you playing the game. So if you're putting yourself in a gameplay video, like in the thumbnail, that makes sense to me. Anyway, because that's like the story you're watching. You're not only watching the game, but this one, it's like there's education involved, it looks like. Wow, your vibes are really, really cool in this, like the lighting and everything. Yeah, this is pretty cool. There's probably like a lot of great information in here. So, I would kind of like really focus on that title instead of this. It almost looks like I'm gonna be watching a cartoon when I click it. And the vibe of your video gives me like, I'm about to say some S word. And you're gonna listen because it's super important. So like maybe a little more seriousness in that thumbnail would come across, because that title, that just like oozes seriousness to me. So yeah, I really like that. I would just convey that vibe a little bit more, but keep doing what you're doing, because this looks like a solid, promising channel for sure. Okay, let's back it on up to the gaming. Woo! All right, number 43. Zenixie? I think that's Zenixie. Okay, I can say the channel name sometimes because it doesn't give away what the video's about. All right, y'all ready? Let's do this. What do we got? Every time it stops, I have to like turn up the volume and then turn it back down, just to kind of like during when people guess. I'm gonna have to program a macro that every time I hit that button, it gains the volume up and lowers it within like 15 seconds. All right, we have perfect skibbity toilet. Hashtag no clue. We got zombies. Thumbnail looks great. It's this person, zombie. We got the toilet game. Half-Life cooking review. All right. A lot of people are getting skibbity toilet. A lot of people are saying zombies. So, as a layman in this realm, I would probably say zombies too. Like maybe it's a perfect kill or something like that. Let's see what we got. The new Mob of the Dead remaster is okay. So Mob of the Dead is the game that they're playing. Sorry, got that cooking review up there. So Mob of the Dead is the game, I guess. Right? Yeah. Oh wait, it's a Call of Duty. Okay, cool. It's a Call of Duty thing. Mob of the Dead remaster is, and then you have to click to find out what they think of it. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good thumbnail or not, because maybe people recognize what this is and maybe they don't. I thought it was a businessman, like a zombie businessman. So let's just see what they got. New Mob of the Dead. Let's just see what YouTube got. New Mob of the Dead remaster just dropped for Black Ops Zombies. Okay, so in this situation, the POV shot with the gun, I would assume it makes it a lot more clear that this is Call of Duty. So maybe that might help. Man, there's not much going on here. Mob of the Dead remastered. All right, let's try that. That's wasn't a whole lot. Okay, so it seems that you got a couple options. One, man, that's 7 years ago. I probably wouldn't do that. I would try this this POV shot of like actual gameplay. A lot of people do put the Mob of the Dead Zombies logo in there. That could help. It seems like there's not a whole lot on YouTube, and you might be in a niche that's like not blown up yet. Yet I said "yer" because I read the word here. Yeah, even that one, there it is. POV shot, POV shot. I would try that. These didn't perform so well because they're so new yet, but yeah, try the POV shot. At least like one of them. If you're gonna do A/B testing, I would try that. Yeah. I would definitely switch it up like now though, because it seems like this is an early trend that started a month ago when it dropped. So yeah, I would try those things and see how it goes. I know that wasn't a whole lot to offer, but when I saw your thumbnail, it does stick out to me, but it also might be a dead topic too, and that does happen. So if you want, you could just do an A/B. Like if you take this one and add the gaming logo to it, right? The Mob of the Dead, Call of Duty thing, whatever kind of like fits. If you have to like move the guy to the left or to the right, it might help. But I would try this one by itself against that one with the logo, and then do a POV like gameplay, like spice it up a little bit and show an enemy a little further back than like just his face. Try those three and see if it picks up a little bit. And if it doesn't, like I said, it might just be a topic that fizzled out, and that does happen. Okay, let's move on to the non-gaming. That advice took me a while to build up to. Marshall. All right. Once I get this thumbnail up, at least you know it's about Marshall. Okay, guys ready? What do we got? What do we got? Stupid. This is a good point, by the way, while everybody's guessing. Doing what others are doing in your niche versus doing something different to stand out from the rest. Yeah, okay, so you can do stuff different to stand out from the rest, and sometimes that works. But if it's a niche that's established, data-driven thumbnails, things that work, right? So, man, I'm not going to show the example again, but if you take one that's popular and you make it yours, right? Maybe it's a guy laying on a bed and like there's words by him, and then you kind of do the same thing, you know, maybe mess with the composition or the color, change the words, that sort of thing, where it comes across a little more clear. It'll guide you in a direction. I'm not saying copy people. I'm saying take their idea and make it yours. All right, I'm seeing a whole lot of Doom guy. I saw Halo. I also thought Halo at first because, you know, I don't play a whole lot of games. New Halo, Doom, anime tier list. Jimmy needs help. Bro, not Halo. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this is. I have aged. That's what this is about. Now that I'm looking at it, that isn't Master Chief. That is the Doom guy, right? Okay, yeah, it's not Master Chief, but okay. I thought it was at first. All right, it's the Doom guy. So the Doom guy has aged. That's what I'm getting. Oh, and there's a birthday cake here, which this is kind of a solid AI generation. Happy birthday, Doom version. I did not expect what this was. They did the song Happy Birthday, but it's like metal, like Doom. Oh my God, I have got to hear that. So there, you definitely want to put something in your thumbnail that lets people know that it's a song, right? So if okay, think of the DAW you recorded it on. I don't know if you use like Fruity Loops or Reaper or Pro Tools or GarageBand or whatever. Think of the DAW you recorded it on and show the tracks that you recorded, right? So you've got the tracks laid out like those Fruity Loops I made a beat style thumbnails. Those are the ones like that really catch people's eyes because they recognize what that is. And you'll get a lot of musicians like myself that's totally interested in what you've got going on here. So I would show the DAW your recording of it and then somehow say the metal version of Happy Birthday, right? Because this might not even have to do with Doom. If it, like, unless you like sing something about Doom in it, which I don't know why you would for a Happy Birthday song, you might have been inspired by Doom, but you almost don't have to relate the two for everybody else. You made a metal version of Happy Birthday, so yeah, I would try to get that across a little bit more. But I gotta listen to it for that advice to like be sure. That's what I would do. Hope that helps. I'm saving that for later. That's exciting. I'm excited to hear that. Okay, we're going gaming. For those that say play it, I can't. I cannot. First, it's music, so I'm not sure what to expect. And second, I don't have my cable software linked to play things for you guys, only through OBS. And the reason is because stuff autoplays, and I've had things autoplay that were copyrighted or not appropriate. So I just avoid that altogether. If something autoplays, you don't hear it. I do, though. It like blows out my eardrums. Hey, I've seen this guy all day. All right, let's see if he gets the point across. You guys ready? What do we got? I hope he's still here. I saw him comment like a billion times. Damn it! Okay. Farming simulator. Farming simulator gameplay. We got 20 tips on farming. Stream farming sim. Sorry, clicked the wrong one. Top 10 cheapest tractors. Car. Got water everywhere. Right. Okay. I'm kind of seeing a whole lot of farming. Oh man, why did I click that? Farming simulator game. This is why I need somebody here with me. Okay, it's about farming simulator. Oh man. Okay, so I'm seeing 20 things. Farming Simulator 25. So immediately I know it's about this game, first of all. That's pretty clear that it's about Farming Simulator. I'm not, like, from the thumbnail alone, I have no idea what the 20 things are, right? I don't know if it's 20 things you should look out for or 20 things to be better at this game. So maybe just the words 20 things don't get across much. Like I've said before, if your face in the thumbnail is like super important to you, then by all means. But if it's like in the way, if you're adding an element that doesn't get across anything else, like you're doing 20 things, you're not doing gameplay, right? So maybe you don't need to be there. Okay, so we got 20 tips because I can see all these tips. And by the way, good call not naming them exactly what they are. I see what you did there. Yeah, so I would do 20 tips in that thumbnail for sure, if that's what's going on. If you wanted to focus on a specific tip, like number 6, don't, I don't know, what's something farming related? Don't plant corn near cows or something. I don't know. Number 10, don't plant corn near cows. And then it's like shows whatever farming simulator looks like, that gameplay, and it shows the cow and like why you wouldn't do that thing, right? So if you had 20 tips and then you had number 10, either one of those would work. I would do like number 10 and maybe the farming like the number 10 idea I just said and the farming simulator logo in it. And that kind of gets across the idea just a little bit better. But it depends on the tip. You could focus on one tip, or you could just say, here's 20 tips, and then show like a really solid picture of what you're doing, or something for farming simulator. My only thing about this is there's just so many elements in here that aren't conveying anything. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So yeah, this person said, why not name them tips? That's what I was saying. I would. Yeah, number 6 will blow you away. You could go all BuzzFeed about this. Don't. No, you don't need to put that in there. Before you do these things before playing Farming Simulator 25. I wouldn't change that title at all. The only thing that I would change it to experiment would be 20 tips, something with 20 tips in it. So go look at titles with 20 tips in it, and then replace the nouns or adjectives or whatever with your version. Hey, you are here. All right, good to know. You're welcome. All right, let's go to that was gaming, so non-gaming. Okay, number 56. Not 506, but number 56. Yeah, see, these are like auto-playing now, but they weren't before, so it's totally unpredictable. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do it. What are we guessing? Let's get some guesses in here. I don't know, actually. Hey! We got it. We got pop culture. People at Comic-Con. I kind of picked up on that. Everyone announced at Comic-Con. At OIC, or I went to. Okay. Superhero casting choice. Dr. Doom is Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Who, movie, Comic-Con, drama. Okay. All right. We're all kind of getting the same vibe that this is something at Comic-Con because it says Comic-Con on here. But I don't, like, there's faces here I don't recognize, and I was just wondering if somebody else would, right? And if you don't, then that could be cleared up in here, but it's not. I do see the little Doctor Who thing back down here, but I didn't even notice that until people started saying Doctor Who, so I would have never noticed in 2 seconds. And if these are like characters in a new Doctor Who, I definitely didn't pick up from that either, right? So that said, that's the vibe your thumbnail alone gives off, and sometimes the title can like make it all connect. But if somebody gave that 2 second, like you might not have kept them long enough to even check it out. So we've got spin-off casting, Christmas news, and more Doctor Who at Comic-Con. Okay, a spin-off is it for Doctor Who, or is it for other stuff? Because when I saw this, I don't know what your channel's about. It does seem like it's about Doctor Who. And now that I saw your profile picture, now I can kind of connect that this is your profile picture down here. But I just kind of want it to be clear that this freaking arrow, this was just really tough to understand from the get. Yeah, I don't quite know how to improve. It seems like you have a whole lot of ability to like separate things and you know like where elements can go and everything, but it's about conveying the idea right now, and I just had no idea this was about Doctor Who. Maybe this is a spin-off for Doctor Who. Maybe the what is because they chose this person to play a certain character from Doctor Who. Those are the kinds of questions that you might want to like think about. Maybe that's what you can get across in this thumbnail. And it all depends on what information you're giving in the video in the first place. I hope that helps. Really, I just didn't understand what idea you were conveying from it. The only reason I know about the spin-off Doctor Who stuff is through your title. So, yeah, I hope that helps. Okay, let's do a couple more. We're gonna jump to gaming. 132. That's a crazy start. Okay. Okay, this one might, I don't know. All right. What do we think? Turning into Rob with that, yeah. They casted who? That could be great in the thumbnail. Like, they casted who? But I still wouldn't know it was about Doctor Who. So that's the kind of imagery you need to get across. Okay, I'm seeing a whole lot of Roblox. Minecraft. Roblox horror game. It's a Roblox game. Escape game. How to play harmonica. Okay. Roblox Stairway to Heaven. Bam, 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 bam. Platform 8. I feel like I've seen these stairs before. I know the game, but I don't know the name. Maybe it was Platform 8? I think we might have done something with that before. Platform 8. It sounds familiar. Let's what's that one underground railroad escape game? Is it Platform 8? I don't know. I just saw somebody say that before. Okay, so a lot of people understood that this was Roblox. Yeah, Roblox version of Platform 8. All right, so I didn't, but also I don't play the game. I guess this character's probably pretty familiar. I really like where you put him. That's pretty cool. Like it stands out to me. I love the composition. Can we escape? Kind of in the perfect spot because you want to leave the top open. Like there's hope, right? Like you really did this one right. I think that this is cool. It might benefit you to get across what the game is. It seems like a lot of people were kind of caught up on that. Yeah, it might be Platform 8. It's called Corridor, I guess. We shouldn't have played Roblox Corridor. So in this, oh wow, that's a lot of emojis. Oh man, that's a lot of emojis. It's a 30-second end screen. Okay, yeah, so they played Corridor. All right, this was something that nobody guessed. Corridor. This thumbnail is killer. I don't know if you got it. If you need to, here, let's check it out. Roblox Corridor. I hate it because the thumbnail's so good that I'm like, what do we do? Corridor right in the thumbnail on that one. Roblox right in the thumbnail at the top. Roblox the Corridor. I would say this one isn't an outlier, so it's just big because they're big. Odds are. Corridor hard mode. I noticed when you first started, you looked like this too, and that's probably something. Oh, sorry, dude. That's probably something that a lot of people see, is like this plain Roblox character. Yeah. All anomalies. I would probably just make it a little more clear that it's Corridor. That one's solid because, I mean, man, that's great. Very well done there. Yeah, I would, and this could also be just one of those things where the topic is what it is, and maybe it's dying out a little bit. I think your thumbnail is great. If I were to change anything about it, I would either brighten up your character or I would make it that plain white character that everybody seems to use, because that one seems to connect with people. So if you did that, if you use the plain white character where it's just like the blank slate or whatever, You could say, can we escape, or can we escape the corridor, or something like that. I mean, that's a little too many words for my taste, but you could fit it down there, I bet. Can we escape Roblox corridor, or something like that. Maybe there's a logo too that you could toss down there. I don't know, but maybe the corridor thing isn't that necessary to get across if you just throw that blank character there. So I would try that just to see. I mean, just imagine this guy right here, but on yours instead. I think the horns kind of threw me off on that one. Beedly-doo. Okay, we're going to non-gaming 181. It's a nice little warning. Okay, let's do this. What do we got? Let's get some guesses. This is one of those like B&A anime review. If that's the case, I would say that makes sense. She finally watched B&A anime review. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. B&A, I finally watched it. Okay, maybe this is a character from there. I don't know if this is a good thumbnail or not in this case. I would say it is, because it does get across it does convey the idea pretty immediately. Everybody knew what it was. I mean, that outlier is 18 times what they usually get. So 1,000 views for somebody with 15 subscribers. I mean, I think you nailed it. Just remember, when you do stuff like this, you really nailed it, because it's so simple and you just had one idea to convey and you did that. So honestly, I would keep doing what you're doing. This little spiral thing I'm seeing in so many thumbnails, and I'm thinking it has to be a Canva template. Stop using it. You don't have to. I'm just saying, like, everybody's using that thing now. I see it all the time. So I would try to spice up the background just a little bit. I mean, if it was darker, I think it would look really nice, but it might not apply to the anime. Maybe the anime looks nothing like darkness or whatever. So yeah, but yellow sticks off of black really well. So does white. Just something to consider. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to gaming again. Man, no, it didn't work. That's the first time that's happened. The last one was 132, and now it's 131. Interesting, I know. Super interesting. Wow, John, that's cool. Okay, here we go. Guys, ready? Guess what this is about? New guy, where Rob? Hey, I've been working here for like a year. Minecraft hardcore, Minecraft survival, not Minecraft. Minecraft hardcore, 1 HP. Good call. Minecraft half heart hardcore. Okay, look, y'all nailed it. We got some Minecraft players in here. So I survived Minecraft's hardest challenge. Dude, they got it. Honestly, they got it. If I were to pick out anything, you could maybe separate the characters from the back a little bit just by like a little bit of a drop shadow or blurring what's behind them. If you want to get super technical with it, you don't have to though. Great picture, by the way. I think it's really, really cool. Like, just, I mean, you could move that either direction and put text somewhere if you wanted to, but you didn't have to, and you knew you didn't, and that was great. You nailed it. All right, let's, okay, we got 5 minutes here. Let's see if we can get a couple more. I'm gonna start the question thing one more time. That way we got this. Yeah. question time is coming. Use hashtag question. Ask me a question. I will answer said question. Okay? Okay, let's knock one of these out, and then I'll go through and pick some questions. That was gaming, so we're doing non-gaming. 188. That's a short. Can't do shorts. Sorry, they don't have thumbnails. I mean, they do, but nobody sees them. Okay. We got some questions coming in. This is Rob. He's just deep faking. Oh, that's good. For sure. Okay. You guys ready? It's a little bit vulgar, if you ask me. I didn't notice until I hit it. When I clicked on the live stream, I got an ad for a vidIQ tool. What a coincidence. Yes, somebody said, yeah, sorry, not somebody. Dempsey, okay, please make questions relevant to thumbnails. I should have specified that. The person guessed, VTuber stuff. F anime. Anime again, part 3. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I probably shouldn't show it again because the lady's flipping things off, but yeah, there's some anime going on, and the title of the anime is actually in the thumbnail. Philion's Revenge, that's what it's called. The best. Oh no, wait. It's not an anime. I don't think. But Philion is the name. The best of VTuber roast of Philion. So it's a roast. Just so you know, I wasn't sure that it was a roast in the thumbnail. There was fire in it, but it didn't get across that it was a roast. Do look up roasting on YouTube, and you'll see a lot of people in chairs. And I would try to mimic that just a little bit. Okay, let's answer some questions. Let's okay, Nolan. Do you apply color science when making thumbnails or just go off vibe? I know what complementary colors are. I know what contrasting colors are. I never care. I never pay attention to it. Basically what I do is if I'm unsure, I'll look at other thumbnails or pictures in magazines or on ads, or I even went through a phase where I looked at lottery tickets. And actually, if you go back and look at all the old live streams for Dan and Rob's live streams, you'll see these words that look like lottery ticket fonts, and that was me just messing around, just trying to experiment. But really, what I look for what works, and I go off that. I know that there is an Adobe website that does the color theory and all that, and some people use it. I don't. I just I see what works for other people, and I mimic it. I make it work for me. We got a question here. How are you? Good. I'm good. What is the best apps to make thumbnails? We've got occasionally I'll use the Photoshop on my phone. I guess a lot of people are using Express now. There's Canva on your phone. Man, apps. Photopea, I think, has an app. They definitely have a desktop website that works just like Photoshop. And then just sometimes you can get across what you need to just by your phone, the photo editor or whatever. Sometimes you can't though because it needs layers, and that's why I use Adobe. But yeah, those are the things that I do. Okay, man, what is going on here? Okay, there. All right. Everybody says use 1/3 theory, but what if your thumbnails are mainly zoomed in on clients? I would not pay attention to what everybody says. Go and look at a thumbnail where it's really zoomed in on your client and see what they did. That would be the easiest thing. For the essay genre, is it worth emphasizing the artistry of the thumbs? It depends on the essay. If it's about a person, I would emphasize the person, and it doesn't have to be artsy at all. That's kind of what I would do. If it's about a company, I would emphasize the company. Essay. I'm assuming documentary-ish. So if there's a different thing I'm missing, then I love being artsy and stuff, but sometimes it usually gets in the way unless it's about specifically like making art, drawing, painting, that sort of thing. All right, what's more important, the thumbnail or the title? An argument as old as time. I would say the thumbnail is... I'd say the thumbnail is more important just because you see it first, but it doesn't make it... I don't know what's more important. The package together is important, but without the title, thumbnails, it would be chaos, right? I think what's more important is the first one you see, but that doesn't mean that you don't need the other one. So I guess the most important thing is the combination. How much average time do you make a thumbnail? Sometimes I'll take a couple hours, and then I've been also known to take like 20 hours, depending. If I'm like really experimenting or something. And then like those, you know, it's throughout separate days. Sometimes I'll make like 20 different thumbnails for a video just to experiment. It just comes down to how much time you have and if you want to experiment or not, I guess. I mean, what I do is ridiculous. My editing times are ridiculous. I wouldn't ask me that question. What is the 1/3 theory? I think it's when you... okay, hold on. So the Adobe complementary color wheel, does it show on this one? Oh, I gotta log in. Okay, the 1/3 is like when you look at the color wheel and you can like, you kind of make a peace sign and these three colors are all complementary of each other. I'm pretty sure that's what 1/3 theory means, but I could be totally off. But you go a third of the way around the color wheel and there's a good color that matches another third of the color and so on. I've improved my gaming channel in every way I can, but I still can't grow. Any tips? Sorry, I can't. Yeah, I do have a tip. There's this video that Dan made, and just go on the vidIQ channel, and there's this one where it's just like this Minecraft guy running, and then it's like the screen split in half, and half says something and half other says something, but the Minecraft guy is running. Watch that one. That one is awesome. I don't have a gaming channel, but I know that's the video to watch. How can I quickly recover from a big decline in views? Make more videos. Make a ton of them. But don't rush them. Make them and finish them when they're done. Thanks, John. That was very helpful. Which is better, a bad thumbnail but great video, or a great thumbnail but bad video? That's a catch-22, because a bad thumbnail, nobody ever gets to see the great video, but a great thumbnail, they'll immediately go in and be like, this video sucks, and they'll click off and you'll get no watch time. Both are signals to YouTube that this video doesn't deserve views. So both are equal. There's no better. Those both equally suck. Hours, what in tarnation? Yeah, you know, sometimes if you like something, you do it a lot. Did you say 20 hours? Yeah, I did. But gee whiz, guys, it's my job. Keep thumbnails in brand or have them all different. If you have like, if you have more than like 10,000 subscribers or whatever, and you have a brand that really works and continues to work, by all means, stick with it. I just think that you learn a lot more information by experimenting. I think if you just keep trying different things, you kind of learn more, and then you'll find out what works better than other things. And that's really what you need to do in this game to survive. Brand or not to brand in thumbnails. I say no brand, but like I just said, if you're so big that people, if there's a familiarity that people can see you, like if they see the word Lego and they know it's Lego, even if you change the word, like if you're that recognizable, then by all means brand. That's an extreme case. By the way, everybody would know Lego, but you get the point. It's just like sometimes it doesn't matter for thumbnails, especially if you're trying to convey some information in your video and then your brand is in the way. Like people are like, what? Why would I watch this? I can't even see what's going on. Rule of thirds, splitting the thumbnail into 3 and 3 sections. Somebody said the color rule of thirds. Yeah, the rule of thirds is splitting it, right there, these lines right here, and then my eye line, which is where I try to keep my eyes as center and on that third, and then there's this line right here. That's those are the rule of thirds. And yeah, so sometimes that works for thumbnails, but sometimes it doesn't because there's not enough room. So you kind of have to go, oftentimes the half and half, like you got a character here and you got text here, those are the rule of thirds. Sometimes you got two characters and you kind of force them. And then it's like, all right, I can't line up one with the rule of thirds, and it's like, stop thinking too much. Sometimes it doesn't work. You need to just have everything have its own space for composition. So, yeah. All right. Let's do this. How does the... All right, I'm answering this last one, and then I gotta go. Sorry, I'm going way over. How does the YouTube color sorting thumbnail feature affect thumbnail making? I don't think it does. I saw that feature and I'm like, what is the point of this? Why would I ever sort my videos by color? I don't know what that was. I would recommend ignoring it completely. I don't know what that was. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you coming out. And of course, I'll be back next Wednesday. And be sure to come back and yeah, see what kind of intro I can come up with. And saying that, right? Goodbye. Thank you for coming out. Please subscribe.